Okay, let's talk priorities. It's the third month of the quarter, and I don't know about you, but man, I can't believe it's already March. It has been a crazy, chaotic, insane 2 months. And yet, those of us who are still on this side of the daisies, it is important to keep moving. It is important to get up every morning and do everything you can possibly do to have the life that you want to have, to live the life that you want to live, to find a place for peace, to find a place for joy, to find a place for rest in all of the other work that you're doing. And what that means is it's critically important for you to understand what your overall objectives are, and then what are the priorities that you need to have and the actions you need to take to make those objectives happen. I'm Laurel Rutledge, your Chief Navigation Officer, and I use my own framework for me, my alignment, vision, action framework that is centered on very much understanding who you are, getting a very clear vision of what you want, and then taking empowered action. In this third month of the quarter, it's a perfect time to go back and look at what happened, what went well, what didn't go well, what do I need to tweak, what do I need to stop completely, what do I need to add. All of those questions as you evaluate the results of the quarter so far. But here's the key. When you do this evaluation, you must do this evaluation from a place of no judgment. This is not about your character. This is not about your intellect. This is not about whether you need to lose 60 or 70 more pounds. Laurel, I'm looking at you. This is about, here's the goals and objectives that I set. Here are the actions that I took, and did they or did they not work? And if they did or did not, in both cases, why? Prioritization in the third month of the quarter is something that can be a powerful tool for you going forward. It gives you an opportunity to operate in small bites. I'm going to operate a quarter at a time. I have a good friend who operates in 2-year segments. He says, I'm in a job. I love the job. Every 2 years, I evaluate. Am I still good here? Is this really what I want to do? And I make a decision. He said, in that decision, I decide, am I going or am I staying? If I'm staying, I don't even think about it again. It makes his life so simple. But that's an every 2-year review and evaluation of where he is, what he's doing, and does it still work for him and his overall goals. It's the same thing with this. Every third month of the quarter, do a look back. What went well? What didn't go well? Am I still heading towards the goal that I have? Is there a different goal that is more important right now? With so much chaos going on, it is okay that your goals and objectives change. Some of them may be simply survival. Some of it may be, I'm going to have to refocus on finance. I'm going to have to refocus on savings. I'm going to have to refocus on something because I don't know what's happening and there's a lot of instability. Or it could be that you're in a place where you're like, nope, this is exactly the same thing that I need to do, that I've always planned to do, and I'm going to stay the course. I'm just going to be hyper aware of all of the things that are going on around me so that I can evaluate whether those things impact the action I take on the course that I'm headed. It's all about gathering information, getting insight from that information so you can prioritize the actions that you take. Time is not renewable. We can't make more time. We can't get more time. We never know when our time is up. But we can get more energy. We can even get more money sometimes. So it's important for us to use time as the thing that is the constraint, and not in a way that shuts you down or makes you go full dorsal and full freeze, but as an understanding that because time is fleeting and time is not renewable, that the things that we spend our time on, the priorities that we have, we are making the best use of the time that we have. Is that goal for your business, for your life, for your family, for your body, for your health? Is that goal still something that resonates with you, that is aligned with who you are and where you are now? And if so, if you look at all of those to-do lists, because I know you got a list of 4 million things. If you look at that to-do list, what are the top things, and are they things that are truly aligned with where you're trying to go? Are your top priorities reflective of what you say you want and what you feel you need? And when you look at that priority list, how does that show up? When you look at that goal that you have, how does that show up? Does it still make you excited? Does it still say, this is absolutely why I'm supposed to be here? Or does it not? And when you ask yourself those questions, it is imperative that you are in a space of no judgment. You are simply gathering information so that you can take your genius, your effort, your time, your energy, your intellect, and direct it in a way that moves you forward to the goals you are trying to achieve. It's that simple. And it's that complicated. Anytime we try to prioritize, there are times when we have to choose one thing or another because they can potentially be mutually exclusive. We might have to decide we are first going to focus on finance, which means we are not going to be able to do some of the things that we wanted to do, at least at this time. But that's a conscious decision based on clear objectives, a clear vision of what you want. If you're struggling with trying to figure out what to prioritize, how to prioritize, where to prioritize, all of the things about prioritizing and using your time wisely and using the information that you gather in a way that is forward-looking and positive, reach out. As your Chief Navigation Officer, I am here to help you prioritize. I've got a process that I use that really helps you think through all of the buckets that you have. What are the goals associated with those? And then in a visual manner, what are the most priorities, right? What are the top 3 to 5 priorities that I have? The ones that are potentially either the highest effort but the highest return, I gotta do those, or really low effort but really high return, gotta do those. But those things are going to be really low return and lots of effort, I need to just take those off the list. And then evaluating everything in between. What are your absolute greens, your let me think about it yellows, and my oh no, that is not happening reds? Your stop, continues, and starts. What are those things that you need to do here going into the third month of the quarter so that you prep yourself for this last 9 months of the year? We still have 9 months left. There's lots of time to get done what you want to get done, but it is going to require that you take time to pause, to evaluate, to review, and then to take empowered and intentional action. So again, if you are looking for some support, reach out to me. Laurel Rutledge, your Chief Navigation Officer. Let's do a quick 90-minute super session, right? That is a quick deep dive. We focus on one issue like prioritization. You'd have some pre-work and we get together and do a focused 90 minutes. What are you going to do in the rest of this month and the next quarter to get you where you want to be? And just as important, what are you going to deprioritize? You're not even going to allow yourself to think about it because you made a conscious decision of what you're going to do. Let's make it happen. We've got some time. Reach out and let's get you on the calendar.